Hi, Stephanie. I just wanted to send you a video. I thought it'd be easier for me to try and explain this than it would be just a text or a type of message over email. Um, so I kind of figured out how to do the problem, I think. Hopefully, kind of explain it well enough to understand. This took me a little while to refresh myself with polar coordinates. Don't think I've done them since I was in high school. But yeah, so when I was doing this problem, I recognized that um, I can use the information given to me. I can use the theta equals 0.450 to find the R value, the radius value. And so luckily this is a pretty basic formula right here. So I know that it's going to be 0.9. That's going to be the length of this dotted line. And then that makes this coordinate 0.450. And so now when I do this, I recognize whenever I'm taking derivatives or integrals in polar form, oops, that's terrible. I don't think of it as rectangles. Like whenever I teach just straight Cartesian coordinate systems and integrals to my students, I talk about how it's like an infinite number of rectangles and they become infinitesimally small, or the width of them becomes infinitesimally small over time. And so that won't necessarily apply to a polar coordinate, but the same idea still holds where you're doing an infinite number of these things. So to kind of give a bigger blown out view, I might think of this right here as just the top half. And so if I'm doing the integral, I'm going to be doing the integral of angles, not so much of the width of x like I normally would down here. That's dx. Well, for us, I'm going to be doing the width of the angles. It's d theta. And so this, my bounds are no longer x values left and right. My bounds are going to be angle values and radians. And so for this one in particular, this top half, it's going to be from whatever angle that is. In this case, it's 0.45. So that's going to give me the integral from 0.45 up to, this thing is rising at it's perfectly vertical right here. So I think it's going to pi over 2. Whoops, I don't know what just happened there. Oh, I know what happened there. It's going to pi over 2. And then now the question is, and that's just for this top half again, right? So I'll do the bottom half. The bottom half would be separate. The bottom is going to be 0, and I'm using an angle of 0, so that's going to be an integral from 0 to 0.45. And so I'm going to have to do these as two separate integrals, then add them together, which is fine. That's not a huge deal. Now the question is, what do I put inside my integrals? How do I do that notation? And again, I haven't taught this stuff in a long time. I'm not sure where you're at, so I don't know your comfort level with this. So I don't want to make it. Yeah, if I sound condescending, I don't mean to. I just don't know what you're comfortable with and where you're at. So I guess my question is not my question. My point is, what do I integrate? How do I get the area of one of these pieces right here? Well, if I think about that piece is actually kind of like a slice or a sector of a circle. And I know sectors of circles are always going to be pi r squared times the angle that I'm using, which is going to be theta over 2 pi, right? That's the portion of the circle, the ratio of the circle that I care about. And so in that little equation, the pi's cancel. So I'm left with r squared times theta over 2. That's going to be the area of one slice of those. And so for us, our theta, our angle, is what's getting infinitesimally small. That's being represented by d theta. That's how it's changing. And so that's going to be the r squared times d theta over 2 and r squared times d theta over 2. And then now the only thing that's left is to plug in the functions that represent r. So for the second function, I guess up here, it's going to be cosine of theta. And for the first one, it's going to be 2 theta. And so you can kind of rewrite those. And then I end up getting, so it looks like 0 to 0.45 of 2 theta squared d theta over 2 plus 0.45 pi over 2 cosine squared theta d theta. You're all right. You don't have to tiptoe over 2 And then now at this point, the integration kind of falls on you guys. I think that I assume this is a calculator active portion for the BC test. I hope it is because I would hate to do that without. I guess it's probably not that bad actually. I guess. Well, that would be a little rough. I don't know the cosine of 0.45. So assuming it's calculator active, just have your kids plug that into your calculator and it spits out what you want, 0.243. But hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't. I can try and explain a little bit better. But thanks again for helping me on that one problem as well. Have a good day.